impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki rolls her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you even have writing? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Are you bringing all my stuff over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to help you out.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. They all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? One of those bottles of water is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write our own poem. A poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Des? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by. I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Des. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these 3 girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself, it seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
Woohoo!
One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Des? Yeah. It'll be fun, right? It really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after this, I'd be super pissed. Des, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Des, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay! See you tomorrow then! Can't wait! That I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Dude, we've been through this once before, and good fortune will not find you.
Well, I mean, you clearly picked the wrong options. I'm gonna grab the iPad and go right back.
And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight.
A poem?
Woot! You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. Just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceilings and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay.
That's a great poem. Now you try and write one just as good. You got 2 girls to please over here.
Intellectual. Destiny. Emanation. Vivacious, fallible, disaster, misery, fireworks, variance, melancholy, hurt, infinite, misfortune, sadness, unrequited, hopeless, graveyard.
Effulgent.
Effulgent.
Well, that's definitely a good word.
Hi again, Des! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh. That's freaky.
What's that?
The glitchy, facey thing.
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Des. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Ooh. That's so disturbing.
What?
That is weird. Like,
I don't see anything.
Oh.
I must have missed it.
Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack.
Oh, watch what you hit the X.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, now you clicked over there. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Why is she over the words? I missed it. I think it says Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops herself back in her seat. I'm sorry, Des. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if you don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Even if I don't read often. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, it's vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is How Is This Girl Accidentally Being So Cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She seeks to glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you just gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread... Her eye is weird.
Yeah. You just noticed it. It's moving. It's back.
Was that supposed to happen? So disturbing. Okay. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies? Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyways? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portraits of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Can't be more ominous than the eye floating off her head. I mean, now I can't. Every time I look at her face, I'm worried her eyes gonna be like floating halfway across the room. Basically, it's about this religious camp was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyways, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you really not a fan of that sort of thing, Des? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, the kind of challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thought, my whole body gets incredible. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're really passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Whoa!
You just like jumped out of your chair.
Not expecting that. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Touch that. Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I stay here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Feel a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just bathing in the...
History, I think I might be able to read.
Bathing in the feeling of your body heat?
Oh, you can see it on the stream. No, it doesn't say it in the history.
I'm gonna watch this on YouTube tomorrow, and I'm gonna pause that at that second. Bathing in the feel of your body heat, and then it's something else, and I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, you're really apologizing a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really need to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. It is the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Because you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was thinking, the way she second guesses things, she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Grace's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Breathing? Grace puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Right, don't push yourself. Grace stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. I wonder what's that about. What was it? Des? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyways, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag.
Who do you want to show your phone poem to first? Monica. Okay.
Yuri's not available, apparently.
Oh, yeah, she left to get water, right? Flame says I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. You want to tell her?
Thanks, Flame. I appreciate it.
She can see the chat now.
Yeah, he put me in the
no spoilers. Yeah, I put her in front of the computer because I figured that she should probably control it directly for this part.
Well, let me tell you, it definitely gave me first-hand experience when the screen glitched out and I jumped about 2 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Des! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Des. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Des. I was gonna ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Wait, is it really showing up fuzzy on the stream, or is that
No, don't worry about that.
Okay. The way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's vibe is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean it like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head, and it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. It's the same poem as before. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are there simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ear. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. It's slightly different.
It is different, yeah.
So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems. I have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poem a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everybody is better friends, we can be friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect that you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it would just get a big dark...
Hit skip, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, this part's the same.